Alright, this is part 2 of the quick clean and lube. Sorry about it being a little bit late, but it is going up now. So this is my Springfield XD Mod 3, and it's got about 2,500, almost 3,000 rounds through it. It really doesn't look like it though. A little bit of wear, but it's really not bad. The most worn thing on this one is right there. The spring seems to be going down one side, but I've been able to mitigate that with this extreme duty gun oil from Lucas. That stuff is awesome. And then I also run the extreme duty CLP spray for parts like springs and stuff like that. Not this type of spring, but like the trigger spring and the return spring. That spring when I do a more serious cleaning. But we'll get right at it now. So I like to get Q-tips. Q-tips are awesome. Put some of that thicker oil on the Q-tip. And this is the first part I'll do because it's clean. For part 1 we cleaned everything. So just run a little bit down that area, this area, both sides. You have to push that breakdown switch back down. So those are done now. We lightly oiling this part. Any parts that looks like there's metal on metal friction where you can see the discoloration of the metal are good places to have just a very thin coat. Nothing crazy. And if you feel like you're too thick on the slides for these parts, you can go back over it now and you'll just soak it up and even out the degree or thickness of your film of lubrication. So that's all done now. This looks like it gets contact, so just a little thin layer right there and there. Thin layer right here on this, just right there. And now that part is ready. For the inside of the slide, this part right here, I do like to push it backwards, and I'll push it backwards so the rod on the inside is exposed, and then get a little bit of that spray lubricant, put a very small drop on that, or you can do it if it looks clean enough like mine does, just a small drop up here like that. Work it a little bit. Cool. Lubrication's worked through there decently. Now back to the Q-tip, more thick oil. And this will be my first spot to hit while it's still a thicker application of oil before it starts drying up, or getting used up, I should say, off of this. Then go to the other items that have contact. I even do right here, which probably not, I don't know, I've never had a problem, so this is how I do it. Very thin layer right there. And down in here, just a little bit this is going to be your thinnest one you'll want, because, and the sides right here, because sometimes it will tap. I've seen marks inside. Okay, slide, ready. Lower, ready. Barrel. Spring. So let's see, the spring, I usually get like one drop of this, one small drop right here. Excess there. Small drop right there. And then I'll get this thicker oil. Fingertip or Q-tip, doesn't matter. And I'll just run a really thin film over this whole spring. Right there where it's starting to wear also, with that thicker oil. Now, barrel, I'll run one drop here, here, and here. Very small drops. And I'll go all the way up to where this wear point is. It's kind of showing me where it needs it. And then I know this is going to get cleaned off here in a second with the rag, but I'm just applying it everywhere to have it more even. Where that spring rests, right there. Up in here. I even touch up very, very lightly where the insertion of the round is going on both sides. Okay, now reassembly of the firearm, barrel, spring. Breakdown switch up, all the way back, lock, breakdown switch down. Now, get your microfiber towel or whatever you have, and literally anywhere you see anything shiny that looks like it could be wet oil, make sure it's wiped down. Just like this piece I knew I'd have to do, but I just have that weird ass habit of lubing the whole barrel, and I don't understand why I do that. Maybe it gives me some more stuff to do there. Okay. And then I just rack it a few times to make sure that I different angles. Check for oil coming out anywhere. There is not. Just a little bit on that top of that barrel there. That is it. Awesome. So this is good for another session going out shooting. For me, I care for my firearms to the point that it's extremely rare if I shoot them 2 different outings without being cleaned in between. And I've never had a problem with any of my firearms whatsoever. This one having almost 2,500 rounds through it, which is amazing. That's great. Only problem I had was once when first 100 rounds, stovepipe, and that was it. Never again any issue. And that was before I cleaned off the shipping oils and started doing this maintenance routine. The more I do this maintenance routine with my firearm, the better it performs, the more reliable it's become, and the more I know what to expect from it and of it. And that's the end of part 2. If you guys liked it, let me know. Hit subscribe, like, appreciate it. And I'll just keep putting out more tech videos if you guys want them. Let me know what you want, and I can get on it. If I have the firearm, if not, I can borrow one and see what happens. Alright, peace.